Unicorn Zombie Apocalypse.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Eco Talks. This is our third session related to microeconomics. So far, we have studied economic model, classification of markets, then theory of demand, and cardinal approach to theory of consumer. In today's session, we'll see the ordinal approach. That is, in that first one is the indifference curve theory. So let us start with the assumptions of indifference curve theory. First one is rationality. They assume that consumer is rational, that is, he aims to maximize his utility or satisfaction with the given income and market prices, and he has full knowledge or information, relevant information. Second is, they said that utility is ordinal. We cannot measure the utility like in cardinal approach, but a consumer can rank his preference and according to the satisfaction from each basket of goods. He does not need to precisely give the amount of satisfaction. Next assumption was diminishing marginal rate of substitution. The preferences in indifference are ranked in terms of indifference curve. So the slope of indifference curve is called as marginal rate of substitution. And the indifference curve theory is based on the axiom of diminishing marginal rate of substitution. Fourth assumption was total utility of consumer depends on the quantity of commodities consumed. And last assumption is consistency and transitivity of choice. They assume that consumer is consistent in his choice, that if in any one period they a consumer choose bundle A over B, then he will never choose B over A in any other period whenever A is also available. So it can be symbolically written as, if A is preferred over B in any conditions, then never B will be preferred over A. This is the symbolical representation of assumption of consistency. Likewise, similarly, they said that consumer choice is characterized by transitivity. That is, if bundle A is preferred over B and B is preferred over C, then that means A is preferred over C. This is the symbolical expression of transitivity assumption. Now let us see what does indifference curve mean. Indifference curve, it is the locus of point showing combinations of good that yield same level of utility or satisfaction to the consumer. Then indifference map. Indifference map is, it shows the all indifference curves which rank the preference of the consumer. Then combination of goods situated on indifference curve yield the same level of utility or satisfaction. As we move to the higher indifference curve, that means it is the higher level of satisfaction. And if we move to the lower indifference curve, that means lower level of satisfaction. In indifference curve, we assume that commodity Y and X can substitute to one another at a certain extent. Beyond that extent, they cannot be substitutes because they are not the perfect substitute. Because if they are perfect substitutes, the indifference curve will not be convex, it will be the straight line, downward sloping line. Then the negative slope of indifference curve at any one point is called as marginal rate of substitution. We have seen in the assumption, the slope of indifference curve is called as marginal rate of substitution for two commodities X and Y. And it is given by the tangent at that particular point. At this point, the slope of indifference curve is nothing but the slope of the tangent at this point. The slope of indifference curve is given, it is negative because it is declining by dy by dx, which is equal to marginal rate of substitution of x for y. We read it as x for y. X is substituted for y. Now the marginal rate of substitution is defined as number of units of commodity y that must be sacrificed or that must be exchanged with the extra unit of x, so as the consumer remains on the same level of satisfaction or on the same indifference curve. The marginal rate of substitution is equal to the ratio of marginal utility of commodities involved in the utility function. Now suppose we are substituting x for y, then our MRS will be marginal utility of x divided by marginal utility of y. And if we are substituting y for x, then it will be marginal utility of y divided by marginal utility of x. This is the formula of marginal rate of substitution. Then let us see the properties of indifference curve. An indifference curve has the negative slope, which denotes that one quantity has to decrease so that other quantity will increase to remain on the same level of satisfaction. Next property is that as we move away from the origin, it denotes the higher level of satisfaction or utility. Whereas if we move towards the origin, it denotes the lesser level of satisfaction or utility. Then third property is indifference curve do not intersect, because if at any point they intersect, that means if the two different level of satisfaction, which is not possible. And fourth property is that indifference curve are convex to the origin. Then let us see the budget constraint to the consumer. Consumer is always facing the budget constraint because he has some limitation of income to maximize his utility. Then here income acts as constraint to attain the maximum utility or satisfaction. This income constraint can be written as y is equal to, y is nothing but income, which will be equal to price of x into quantity of x plus price of y into quantity of y. That is, here it is amount spent on commodity x plus amount spent on commodity y. This budget constraint is graphically represented by the budget line. This is the budget line which represents the income constraint of the consumer. Budget lines shows the all combination of goods that can be purchased at the given level of income. Then let us see the equilibrium of the consumer. Then according to indifference theory, consumer is in equilibrium. Then when a consumer is said to be equilibrium, when he maximizes satisfaction at the given level of income and market. So they said that there are two conditions to be fulfilled for consumer to be in equilibrium. First condition is marginal rate of substitution is equal to ratio of commodity price. That is marginal rate of substitution. What is the formula of marginal rate of substitution? We have seen earlier. It is equal to marginal utility of x divided by marginal utility of y. This should be equal to price of x divided by price of y. This is the first condition for saying that consumer is in equilibrium. And second condition is that the indifference curve is convex to the origin. Graphically, we can represent this like this is the indifference map. Then consumer is said to be equilibrium when budget line is tangent to the highest possible indifference curve or any possible indifference curve. So in the graph, we can see consumer is equilibrium at point E, where budget line AB is tangent to the second indifference curve. At point of equilibrium, consumer purchase y star quantity of y and x star quantity of x. Here we see, given the indifference map of the consumer and his budget line, the equilibrium is defined by point of tangency of budget line with the highest possible indifference curve. Now at the point of tangency, the slope of budget line will be equal to slope of indifference curve. Slope of indifference curve is nothing but the marginal rate of substitution, which is equal to ratio of marginal utility of x but to marginal utility of y. Whereas the slope of budget line is nothing but the price ratio. So we can express it in formula MUX divided by MUY is equal to price X divided by price of Y. This is the graphical representation of equilibrium of the consumer. That's all for today's session. In further sessions, we'll discuss about the demand equation by approach of indifference curve, and also we'll discuss the revealed preference theory. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section or message me on my Telegram group EcoTalks. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.